3 lives down. You got enough in there to finish me off?
One way to find out.
Gross.
This is not good.
Mario Brothers problem. No league too small.
Fatality.
All right, we're here doing the Batman Assault on Arkham.
Seth, I don't know the geniuses that made that theme song.
No, I don't know them either.
I never get tired of it.
Oh, there you go.
Was that in the movie?
No, that was something we made. Me and Ryan made that.
Don't spoil it.
All right.
No, it's not.
I was
spoiled.
like, damn, I watched the wrong movie.
if you listen to our previous episodes, those are drops pulled from different movies that we've done in the previous episodes that I put together to the song.
Right.
And it just kind of made like a theme to it. And then we took the Batman. When Catwoman, she's like, 3 lives left. You got any more? And he goes, we'll find out. And then we kick in the music and stuff. That was actually from Batman Returns, actually.
The song we use is Kill Tomorrow by Mushroomhead.
Yeah.
Mushroomhead.
Yeah. So we just cut like a clip, like the guitar riff. And what I did was I just kind of copied and pasted over and over. And then I took the bridge section and did like a breakdown at that end part until I finished it. So I just kind of messed with it a little bit.
That's cool.
Yeah, but anyways, we got with us a newcomer Jerome. Yeah, we got some bad news. It looks like Timmy is down for the count. He lost all his lives and he's not coming back.
Really?
Well, I don't know if he's not coming back. He definitely said though that he wants to take a break at least. Whether that's a permanent break, I don't know. We'll find out when time tells us.
Well, here's the good news. I'm still here.
Yeah. So Ryan's still here. We're still kicking it. And if you listen to our other podcast, Who's Next podcast, Tim's not going to be on there either. And we're looking to probably have Eric, who if y'all know from the cooking show, Gamer Needs Food Badly. We've got 2 videos up on YouTube. And if you go to our website, it's at who'snextgaming.com. We have all the links and everything there. Eric's the chef. He's looking to take up more of a role on there, as well as Kevin, the guy with the camera. We'll probably flip between the two. And I'll probably even use that to open up for more guests, like Jerome. So Jerome's actually going to guest on our next Who's Next podcast. Also, we're opening up the format to kind of talk about comics and as well as games and just other things like that. And the next Who's Next episode with Jerome, we're going to talk about the comic me and him did and just some things about making a comic, our experience with that. And we might even talk a little bit about movies and comics and movies and stuff and just kind of do almost more comic-centric episode with that, with a little bit maybe video game talk. And, we'll see where that goes. So appreciate what you've done, Tim. Thanks for sticking it as long as you have, if you're listening to this episode. And hope to see you come back. But, all right, Batman, Arkham, Assault on Arkham. So, for those who may not know, Batman is not a video game character or anything like that. But this movie is based off of the Arkham Asylum, Arkham City video games that I believe many people, if you're playing games and listen to this podcast, you've at least heard of it or even probably played it. They've made some pretty phenomenal games. They were made by Rocksteady, except for one. I don't remember the other studio.
It's Warner Brothers Montreal.
Okay, yeah. And they did the Arkham Origins.
Yeah, because they also did the downloadable content, which you play as Batgirl.
Yeah. I think this movie is supposed to take place between Arkham Origins and Arkham Asylum. I know it's before Arkham City because they are not showing... And in fact, to be honest, you could watch this movie and it doesn't really have any links to the game.
That's what I really liked about it. It's where you can actually go in and watch this, and not having to play the game to be confused.
Yeah, but
anything.
Supposedly it takes place in the universe. I'm assuming maybe the comics that have spun out of this game. I'm assuming that the comics this movie probably has more of an effect on that, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because the comics have done that. So, but that's a little history on the game, not get too deep into it. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the trailer right quick. Jerome, while I'm doing that, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself, some things you're doing and what do you do and all that.
I'm black and I can draw good.
There's a little more than that.
Right.
All right. I got a company I'm starting out. I do artwork, t-shirts, and graphic design. It's called 86 Printing. So I'm working on that. So if you need some shirts, holler at me. Artwork or whatever.
Hire him. He's talented.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically what I'm doing right now. But website is 86printing.com. What's 86printing.com. And also Instagram and stuff like that too.
Okay, good. I got it pulled up. Yep, here we go. So let's play the trailer, and then we'll get into the movie.
Assemble Task Force X. We have another suicide mission.
Yahtzee!
Joker stole a dirty bomb hid it somewhere in Gotham.
Telling me where it is. Now!
Aren't you even going to say hello? If I didn't know better, I'd say you're trying to kill me. It's time for a very big bang.
Something's wrong at Arkham. We've been played.
Better off on the own.
You think any of you have a shot of getting out alive without me?
Just like old times.
Say goodnight!
Do it now!
That sounds a lot better than the actual Suicide Squad movie. Was that a sigh over there?
Yeah.
Jerome?
Yeah, it was sad.
Yeah.
You didn't like it?
What, the Suicide Squad movie?
Yeah, the actual movie, Will Smith.
Like half of it.
All right, everyone, chill.
Yeah, he's right, Jerome. We're getting all wild up.
Hey, all right. So this movie, Jerome, since you're our guest today, I'll let you go first. What are your first thoughts about this movie? The Arkham, Assault on Arkham, the animated.
The first thoughts, it just was a great movie. I mean, it did everything. It showed the characters. It didn't get too far into like their story, their backstory. So they just focused more on like the characters coming together and just showing their personality.
Yeah.
And how they was put against something that they wasn't ready for, and then they kind of just, got through it or whatever.
Yeah, right.
My first thoughts of this is much better than that fucking movie with Will Smith and Maggie Robbie. Both good actors.
Yeah. We're gonna probably make we're definitely gonna make some correlations between these two movies.
I was about to say,
because there actually are some similarities, not exactly in plot or story, but in some of the framework of it, I guess would be the right way to say. So, kicking off this movie, it starts off with Batman, and he's and look, it says Batman Assault on Arkham, but it really does focus just on the Suicide Squad. It's really a Suicide Squad movie. Batman is in there, I think, a good amount. He doesn't take away from the Suicide Squad characters, but...
So do you think this should have been called Suicide Squad Assault on Arkham?
It should have been, but this is why they didn't. What I heard was DC put a mandate on all their animated movies to where they have to have in the title either like Batman, Superman, or like Justice League.
Right. Yeah.
Like, so you can't just call it Suicide Squad, Assault on Arkham, even though that's what this movie was. They've got to have those because apparently, maybe I guess market research dictates that if you have Batman in the title, it'll sell, and they're probably right. So,
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah. So, but so in the beginning of this movie, we got Batman, and he's trying to find the Riddler because he believes he has an answer to where Joker put a dirty bomb. All right, so the basic plot of this movie, to pick up at the start, is that Joker has a dirty bomb somewhere in Gotham, and Batman's trying to hunt it down. But at the same time, Amanda Waller is wanting Riddler executed. So she's putting together the Suicide Squad team to infiltrate Arkham. Okay? Mm-hmm. And Joker's there at Arkham. So he gets all that ends up coming to a head with Batman trying to find the bomb, Suicide Squad trying to kill Riddler, and it all blows up. So this is a Suicide Squad movie that should have been done. This is like from the comics, the movie Suicide Squad with Will Smith and Margot Robbie. The problem with that, I would say, I like the characters. I'm okay with the Joker the way he is. Some people hate the Joker and how he's playing.
Screen time.
Well, not just that, but some people just hate his performance or the way they've done the Joker.
They want to Heath Ledger again. That's what it was.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, you're not going to get that. You should have something different. You shouldn't have another Heath Ledger.
Yeah,
it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I just really think with the Joker, to me, if Jared Leto would have got a little more screen time that he supposedly had before they cut out all that footage with him,
yeah,
then the Joker would have grown on me.
And no, not supposedly. Actually, even in the marketing images and some of the trailers, you've seen scenes with the Joker that were not in the finished cut of that movie. But not to get too far into Suicide Squad.
It said, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to go buy the fucking super special edition of Suicide Squad.
I did, actually. I have the special edition. And
but
they're still not there. Those scenes are not there in the extended cut.
What the fuck?
He said that it was enough footage for them to do a Harley Quinn and Joker movie. Yeah. That's how much footage he had.
They did add some extra scenes with Harley Quinn and Joker.
I seen that today.
Yeah. Okay. So they did add some
with the truck, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Well, they also extended like when she jumps in the vat.
Okay.
And then there's a scene where he almost leaves. It goes back, but there's like a little extension to that.
He jumps back in.
Before he jumps back in.
I mean, I know we're trying to get back to the actual animated movie, but I will say my biggest thing with the Suicide Squad movie with Will Smith and Maggie Robbie,
yeah,
just to remind the viewers that we're talking about the movie,
yeah,
is that I just thought with the trailer and the storyline and everything, it was just very misleading because at first I seriously thought the Joker was the antagonist.
Right, me too.
Yeah.
And then it just led me astray that Enchantress?
He should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Well, you know what? Even in this movie here, the Joker's not really the antagonist. Even in the animated movie that we watched, right? But he could be considered that.
But is he in the cover of the movie?
No.
Exactly my point.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's true. And in the actual movie, he's like on the cover and on all the main marketing images.
Yeah, he is.
They just basically
the sales, the market.
Well, yeah, well, just like how they threw Batman's name on this movie for the animated movie, Batman Assault on Arkham.
Right.
You know, they threw Joker on there for that movie to be like, oh, hey, everybody, come buy this movie. So, but what I'm saying here is that in the Assault on Arkham movie, what they did right is they kept it to the comics. Suicide Squad should not be a team used to take down Superman.
Right.
I agree. But that's what the Suicide Squad movie did. The actual Suicide Squad movie, she comes out and says, oh, I'm building this team because we've seen an alien, we've seen Superman come down, and we need a group of people that'll be willing to do whatever, like, to combat that if somebody like that comes back again.
Yeah, I was going to say, please don't remind me.
Her whole thing was it needs to combat Superman. So it actually did make sense in the movie's logic for them to fight Enchantress in that movie.
And she was the only one that probably could fight Superman.
Yeah, exactly. So that makes sense, but that's not what Suicide Squad's supposed to be. In this Arkham, Assault on Arkham, this is what Suicide Squad's supposed to be. They were a hit team to go kill Riddler. You know, like to go infiltrate Arkham Asylum and go to put a hit on it. And in fact, what's even more Suicide Squad is the fact that only in this Assault on Arkham movie, only one member, Killer Frost, knew the real goal.
Right.
Everybody else was kept in the dark. They thought they were just stealing information that the Riddler had.
Right.
They didn't know. And that's the whole thing with Suicide Squad. It's like a mystery thriller where everybody's a bad guy and like nobody really gets along. They're all working against each other, but with each other. And then Amanda Waller, in turn, is playing people against each other the whole time.
But somehow they have to work together to reach the objective.
Yeah, because at the end of this movie...
Because they're all doing it just like the comics. They're all doing it to get a lesser sentence.
Yeah.
Not freedom, a lesser sentence. And if you don't do it, you do not comply with the government, you will be executed.
Yeah, but so and then in a clear difference at the end of this Suicide Squad movie, the whole team is split apart.
Right.
Right. In fact, 3 of them die. I want to say 3 die.
1, 2, yeah, 3 died.
Man, no, 4.
Who's the
4
4th
die? Look, possibly die. Right. So okay.
Possibly.
The Russian dies.
Right.
KG Beast.
KG Beast dies, and he dies like
quick.
Yeah.
And he basically, again, this is where I said there's some similarities in the framework between these two, because in the Suicide Squad live action movie, Slipknot,
Oh God!
but he died in the same way that KG Beast did.
It's weird because when I was watching the movie, I forgot his name was Slipknot. I kept calling him. Was it Chief Kicking Wing?
Oh, Kicking Wing from fucking show.
Yeah. Wait, what? Wait, hold on.
That's Turok.
I was about to say it.
Yeah, that was Turok. He was the guy that did the voice for Turok in the last movie we covered.
Didn't we do a podcast episode?
Wait, so he was the guy that was the Slipknot guy. He played Turok in the movie.
He played his voice in the animated movie of Turok.
Oh, the animated.
So,
okay.
Yeah, the one that we covered last episode.
Right.
I think it was last episode. Yeah, we did Turok.
Son of Stone.
Yeah, Son of Stone.
Go check it out.
So, this one though, okay, so Slipknot, he dies in a similar way. And in fact, with Slipknot, he's done even worse in the movie than KG Beast. KG Beast at least has an intro with everybody.
He had a badass intro.
Okay, just like the Suicide Squad movie, right? Mm-hmm. The animated movie here we're covering, they both had a quick intro, like a little intro song, and everybody doing a quick thing, and they're introduced, right? Like, and I mean, for an animated movie, King Shark was like gruesome. Like, this body's hanging in the room, and he's taking a bath in blood, and he's naked. Like, if that was a live action thing when he jumped down, you'd have seen dick.
Yeah, right.
But it's animated, so you didn't see dick.
It's like they're all doing something crazy and they're having like this 80s kind of opening.
Yeah.
Shit was great.
Yeah, it was. It was cool. And you know what? For the actual live action Suicide Squad movie, that was but that was good too. The beginning of that movie was not bad. It fell apart at the end, the middle to end. That's where it fell apart at, because it did not have a good mission that fit Suicide Squad. Nope. Nothing like that.
We're talking about the movie, right?
Yeah, we're talking about the live action movie. Now,
you know what the best thing about that movie was?
What?
Ben Affleck's Batman.
Yeah. I mean, Deadshot had some good scenes.
Even Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn had some good scenes. They had some good stuff. Yeah. They had some good character moments. The story sucked.
You know what that movie was really missing?
What?
A genuine...
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
That's what it was missing.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Or ice puns. I was seriously thinking a original soundtrack by Will Smith.
Oh my God. Get Jiggy with it? You play Get Jiggy with while Harley Quinn putting her clothes on.
You know what I mean?
He played that for MIB. You remember Men in Black? At the end, he had a song at the end if you bought the movie.
Blew up and had a soundtrack, and then the second one, and he had Nod Your Head.
I think he did that for Wild Wild West. He had a song too for that. Will Smith was always like, "Hey, I got the music for the movie," but they were like No, Will Smith. This is a DC movie.
Relax.
I'm telling you, because his movie After Earth sucked with his son. But if he would have had an original song for that movie, then there would have been like Burger King toys for After Earth. That's all I'm saying.
All right, let's reel it back. Let's get to the animated movie. We get carried away. There are some similarities I want to bring up because yes, Suicide Squad movie is the thing that came out that really put Suicide Squad on the map. So most people, their knowledge of Suicide Squad is from the movie, I would think.
Yeah,
unless they've read comics. This movie is probably not as well
because to be honest,
received. Well, I don't want to say well received, but not as many people watched it.
Because I think a lot of people that may have read the Suicide Squad comics may have read it when Suicide Squad got revamped in the
Harley Quinn guy.
Yeah,
right when they actually decided to bring back the Suicide Squad and have like Deathstroke, Deadshot, Harley Quinn. Because when Harley Quinn got on the team, that's when Suicide Squad really was.
Harley Quinn didn't get on the team though until the New 52 in the comics, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's the only Suicide Squad I know.
Right.
That's the revamped Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
The old Suicide Squad had none of those characters.
Well, and look, I like the fact that in this animated movie, Harley Quinn actually made sense to be on this team.
Only for that one little mission.
Yeah, for this Arkham Asylum mission, it made sense why she was on the team because she, well, not just the Joker, she knew Arkham.
Yeah, she worked. She
used to work there, and she knew everything, all the ins and outs of Arkham. So if they're gonna have somebody go around Arkham Asylum and to do stuff, who better to put on that team than Harley Quinn? She's been in there the longest with Joker, and she used to work there. So a good reason to have her on the team. That's why this animated movie just knocked it out the park. So getting to this animated movie, this is another thing I liked right here.
Straight. I got the hangover, but I don't recall the party.
Oh, crap! Not this again.
You two? It's like a bloody recurring nightmare.
Looks like we got rookies.
So that scene basically is saying that they've done this before.
Right.
I like that idea. Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang.
Yeah.
They have been Suicide Squad agents before. This is not some new thing that started. It's not new for everybody.
Yeah, they're not all looking around baffled what the fuck they're doing.
The other people are. So like Killer Frost, King Shark, Black Spider,
KG Beast. What's
KG Beast.
KG Beast.
This is all new for them. Now, poor KG Beast, I have his only lines of the movie.
You lie. You would not take all of this trouble just to kill us.
That's it. He's done. His head blows up and it's over.
I really,
Russian, bro.
I really wish he wasn't done. After that badass all-American ending, even though he is Russian, but it was pretty.
Yeah.
Well, it was pretty badass. They should have.
I didn't know much about KG Beast until I started reading, and I still don't know that much, but I started reading Scott Snyder's run. I didn't know KG Beast was such a fucking beast. Like, I didn't know that he was like almost like on Batman's level. Like, he can fuck with Batman. Cause like,
I mean, you really couldn't tell.
At least how Scott Snyder wrote him, because he's doing the All-Star Batman run, and in this one, Batman is trying to save Two-Face. Because Two-Face has some kind of information on like everybody, government officials and everything. And
whoa! Should we say that for the other podcast?
No, it's cool. I'm just saying where I got it. Let me back away from the plot. But let me just put it this way: right. The main villains of that comic are like hired KG Beast to be like, hey, Batman is running around with Two-Face. We need him killed. You're the best guy. And the way they do KG Beast in there. He's a fucking beast. Right. I was like, damn. I didn't know he got down like that.
Yeah, you really couldn't tell in this movie, and you really couldn't tell in the Batman versus.
But you know what though? He did put a dent in that metal wall though when he punched it.
Yeah, no, he did.
So
and then he looks
strong.
like Barrett from Final Fantasy VII with a fucking gun hand. Because I noticed his one hand is gone and he has like a gun.
And he's got like muscles coming
out of his neck. He's like a white Russian Barrett when Barrett's a black dude in Final Fantasy VII.
Hey, I see the similarities there.
So, but anyway, so they kick it off and they get him going. And it basically, I like that they don't just Oh, they wake up and they're in Arkham. So they go to Gotham and then they like meet with the Penguin, you know? And then I think here I have a clip where Deadshot, I like how they paint Deadshot with this.
Nobody steals from me and walks away. It's bad business, love.
You're right. You should kill her. Hell, I'll kill her for you.
Oh, come on!
Except you know what else is bad for business, sir? Double-crossing your clients. And I would hate for folks to say Mr. Cobblepot takes your money and kills your operatives.
So, Deadshot, first thing, he calls Penguin sir.
Right.
And he calls it on multiple occasions.
It's respect.
He's professional.
Right.
He's an assassin. Like, he's like, you can tell just from lines like that he delivers in certain situations that he's got like a code and that he's like, I like that. And then he's like a salesman, which makes sense. He's an assassin selling himself and his goods. The way he like talks to Penguin, like, hey, it's cool. Because Penguin gets flipped out because he sees Harley Quinn over there.
Right.
Yeah. And so he's like, this motherfucker just, with Joker, they destroyed a truck of cigarettes and shit that I had.
Just for laughs.
Yeah, just because it was funny. They did it just because it was funny to them.
Oh, so
funny. He was like, I'm going to kill it. And he's like, no, you need to think about your business. And Deadshot was like professional. And this animated movie gave a lot of these characters a little bit of time to flesh themselves out. It mainly focused with Harley Quinn and Deadshot. You got a little bit more Captain Boomerang.
Yeah, you can't really
kind of like the movie a little bit, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Because they're more popular, that's why.
Yeah, but see, in the movie, Captain Boomerang was just like a goof who was just drinking and all that. But in the comics, as well as this movie...
Did you hear what Jai Courtney had to do for that role? What he decided to do for that role?
No.
What?
Well, a lot of them, for them to get like really into the role and be crazy, they let them just go out in the woods and just like do whatever crazy shit they wanted. And Jaya Courtney, to prepare for the role of Captain Boomerang, used to put out cigarettes on his arm. Like,
I think I heard something about that. That actually sounds familiar to me. But yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it's method acting, trying to get into the role.
You and I do that on the weekends.
Oh yeah, no, always.
Okay,
yeah.
All right, everyone, chill.
But
Mr. Freeze has the right idea.
yeah. So, but no, I like the way they do that. And you know what's interesting too is that just to Deadshot, like he wasn't interested in like Harley Quinn. Like in the books and stuff, him and Harley Quinn kind of actually have like a relationship in the Suicide Squad books when she's introduced in the New 52 and all that. So in the movie, like here, this is Harley is trying to hit on Deadshot the whole time instead of like the guy always trying to hit on the girl and the girl don't want to do anything. It's in reverse.
Maybe when we get into Gotham, I can show you around. I know some tight places.
Not interested.
I told you, Harley. If you're giving it out, heave a chunk my way, eh?
You wish. Shake your boomerang at the short guy.
Do it, and I'll bite it off.
Did he say I'm giving her that ass?
Well, no. What you talking about?
He said that we're gonna get the guy to give her that ass?
No.
I heard that scene. I'm like, that's some new shit.
No. He says when we get to Gotham, he said, "Why don't you give some of that my way?" Well, Guy Boomerang is trying to hit on her, but he's the creepy guy that's trying to hit on her. And she's like, "No." She says, "Shake your boomerang over at the shark," and he's like, "You do, I'm gonna bite it off."
It's just like the New 52, where Harley Quinn has completely separated, I don't want to say completely, but she has separated herself from the Joker due to his abusive, violent ways. But yet, when she gets onto the Suicide Squad, she finds an attraction for Deadshot because of just his attitude and just how he acts towards her. So when she's throwing herself at him and he's like backhanding her, or he kind of just treats her like shit,
she liked that.
She likes
That's
these
true.
assholes.
I didn't even think about it like that, but it's true. She likes the dudes who are like, don't give a shit.
Because Batman has persuaded her, like, the Joker's an asshole.
Well, you
Get
know
away
what?
From him. He would kill you.
She has an interesting line. Let me see if I have it. She has actually an interesting line to that. Yeah.
Sure, he smacks me around sometimes. But you're the one who's always hurting me. Now I'm gonna hurt you.
Is when she's fighting Batman, and she says that, like, look, yeah, he smacks me around, but you're the one that hurts me. Talking to Batman, you know. So like, she's okay with this. That's what she likes. And the Joker, like, he's a fucking savage in this movie. Like, this is not like Suicide Squad where Joker loves Harley Quinn.
Right, but after that fight with
Joker, don't give a shit. In fact, this is one of the things he tells Deadshot.
You can have her. Bet you buy your shirt secondhand too.
And
when he go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say, with the fact that Joker has pretty much abused her and just mentally scarred her, and then with Deadshot pretty much having his way with her, but he really doesn't care about her.
Yeah.
I would think with her fight with Batman, they should be married.
Yeah,
because that's her thing.
Yeah, but I think that her point is though, but like, she likes to have that crazy, wild, just whatever goes, and that's what she can have with Deadshot. That's what she can have with Joker. She can't have that with Batman. That's why Batman clicks with Catwoman. Not like there's a morality there.
She's just crazy.
She doesn't have a moral. Well, she don't have a moral compass, really.
I mean, I would
She's
go for
close.
more Harley Quinn. She has a degree.
Yeah,
so
that is true.
Cat thief, a psychiatrist.
She's like a stripper, though, right? Catwoman.
And
the new ones, she's like a stripper.
Well, I mean, in the original comics, all right, yeah, they set her up to be a prostitute because that's what Frank Miller did.
Batman Year One.
Yes, Frank Miller set that up, and and Batman Year One is basically kind of seen as canon. But I don't think, kind of. There's some things that are kind of shaky. I don't think they've ever referenced Catwoman being a prostitute ever in the comics beyond what Frank Miller's done.
Right.
So it's kind of...
I mean, the only thing with Batman Year One, it did serve as an inspiration for Chris Nolan's Batman trilogy.
Yeah. Yeah, it did. That did. But they didn't bring in Catwoman to the third one. Of course
not. Just like Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns kind of set the tone for Tim Burton's Batman.
Yeah.
Chris Nolan took Batman Year One.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Joker is definitely more abusive. I've got a few other things. He,
Oh, I can tell you're still sore. At least the bruise is cleared up nicely.
But you know what really gets me about that? When a lot of people post on Facebook about, we should have a relationship like Joker and Harley Quinn. I'm sitting there like,
who says that?
Oh yeah,
every fucking couple.
When Suicide Squad came out, they're basing it off of the Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah,
and they made it look like Joker and Harley had like a good relationship.
People don't dig too deep. They just see something. And just
right. And I'm like, did you not watch Batman animated series? He kicked Harley Quinn out of a fucking window.
Yes.
Holy shit.
He did. No, in the animated series, he used to beat Harley and all that kind of stuff. In the show, the kids show, where she originated from. Because she didn't originate from comics.
Yeah,
Harley Quinn originated from the Batman animated series.
But in the movie, he threw her in the fucking thing with acid, though. I mean, that still was.
He didn't throw her. She jumped.
Oh, she did jump.
It's weird that you mentioned that, Seth. But her first debut in the comics, which is Batgirl Adventures number 12, is more expensive than the Punisher's first appearance, which is in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That issue goes for more than $650.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts.
but you know what though? He did Shaka though in the movie though, didn't he?
Well,
the Joker.
Okay, not in the theatrical cut.
Oh, but he said it like, I'm gonna hurt you really bad.
Yeah.
We know that was Harley Quinn, right?
Yeah, I think he does do that to her, but they don't really show it, and they kind of zip by it. And when she turns into Harley Quinn, it's like, it's all about her now.
But it was all part of that scene of how him torturing her to bring her.
I'm not going to kill you. I'm just going to hurt you.
They said
really bad.
Well, they said in the live action movie that they cut out a lot of the scenes that would have painted Joker as an abusive boyfriend to Harley Quinn.
Motherfucking liberals. Go ahead.
But you know what, though? I'm not completely upset with that, though, because it's a movie. And typically movies like to have a different take. And these characters are open for different interpretations as long as it's not too far from the source material, and I don't think that's taking it too far from the source material, and that is something I don't really have a problem with the Suicide Squad movie. In whole, I have a problem because they tried to make the Suicide Squad an anti special ops unit for Superman, and that's just ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
So that's where I have a problem with the Suicide Squad movie. But back to the animated series. They go ahead, they get with Penguin, they sneak in, and then you get like Deadshot and Harley Quinn finally have sex. And you get a little bit of that relationship thing together. And that's kind of played out through the whole animated movie. Because once they get into Arkham, one of the first things she does is she tells Joker, "Oh, I got a new man now." And he's like, "Oh, you?" And that's when he starts delivering the lines I just played. Like, "Well, I bet you get your shirt second rate too." Or like, he tells her about how he used to beat her and shit. But Joker does have feelings for Harley to some extent. It's not that he completely disregards her, but he has other things on his mind that could be more important than Harley at the moment. Because they do have this scene in the movie that's played.
Pull yourself together, man! She mocked you right to your face! Even dared to call you... Puddin'. Oh, the darling girl. She might even deserve me.
There was actually some reason that did not cut right because there was more to it than that. But again, he kind of has a thing where he talks about her smooth skin and he's like, "I can't believe she did that," or like, "Whatever, I don't need her." He's talking to himself in the cell about Harley Quinn. But that's when you realize Harley Quinn actually helped him by shooting that panel out in his prison cell so he can get out.
Because he knows how to get up in her head.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't even have. Yeah, he knows she likes that rejection, that hitting her and stuff. You know, it's still a thing. You know, like you might think, well, she should just leave, but it's like no, because she likes that from. And now Deadshot doesn't really hit her. He pushes her once, but he doesn't really physically abuse Harley Quinn at all. I mean, he emotionally stays distant and is just like, no.
He have more morals, though. He have a daughter he cares about and stuff like that.
This is more business. I don't mix business and pleasure.
Yeah, that's definitely.
So this is more professional.
But go ahead.
No, I was thinking, like, it's funny that Harley Quinn is like that in the movie. Most women are like that, though. They like abuse on a certain extent. They do, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Not to get beat, but they want somebody who's to stand up to them. And I think that
and not given to all the
right.
So you're talking about like an emotional level, not necessarily abusive, but more so a man that would like take control and sometimes even like override what they say and do.
Right.
I think it depends on the woman, but I think that there are a lot of women who feel that way.
Sad.
But you know what though? I mean, like,
well, I mean, you got to think about it though, bro. For women, it's been a lifetime of being a second-rate citizen. I mean, just recently, you know, in the last maybe 20, 30 years, women still have equal rights. And women have equal rights to man. So you have, you have centuries of women relying on men to do what they're supposed to do.
I get it. I don't mind that. It's just, don't come at me with, give me equal rights. Now treat me like shit and spit in my face.
There's men and there's women.
Yeah.
We were first. So
this is the podcast where I get on Twitter finally. And everybody tells me how much of a fucking sexist pig all my guests are. So
Jerome,
great.
Adam? Look, it's not even Adam. It's what you say. Say it. Say the name. Say it. Adam and Eve. It's not alphabetical order. It's just the way God made it.
As if you believe that. There's some people who don't.
All right. My name is Jerome Paul Jr.
Yeah, find him on Twitter and give him the hate. All right.
I hope everybody still loves me, though.
I have Google.
And the wall is up with the times.
All right. Yeah, but anyway, so they're breaking into Arkham to basically do what we said earlier, the Riddler and stuff like that. And like the whole scene in Arkham is pretty cool. Harley Quinn definitely shines. Like she knows the security code because it's the warden's birthday. I think I have the scene. I have this one. I'll get to that one. Here you go.
I used to work here. Didn't I mention that?
Come on. As what?
As a psychiatrist, silly.
I like that.
And pal, anyone who throws boomerangs has some real issues letting go.
I like that part. I like that part. It was nice.
Yeah. So I mean, I do. I like that they tap on that. That like, yeah, she used to be a psychiatrist, and she's like she can break down Captain Boomerang, and you know, from a psychological standpoint, like she's smarter than what she portrays herself.
That was interesting. I like that. That was interesting.
So, and then of course we get the nod why I put some of these ice puns here. Later on, you have Killer Frost when they first find out about Joker's dirty bomb.
The Joker has a dirty bomb? That gives me the chills.
Ice puns? Really?
And I have to say yes.
Frosty! You are not sending me to the cooler. All right, everyone, chill. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
Yes.
I still think Arnold Schwarzenegger went to Joel Schumacher and said, "What do you think about this one?" yeah, whatever, Arnold. Just, okay, fine.
At the end of this episode, I found a clip on YouTube. It's like 4 minutes long of just ice puns from Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Just 4 minutes?
That will be played for you to listen to when this episode ends.
Right quick, before we move on. In the movie Suicide Squad, Harley did the same thing to the Katana girl.
But I think it was because she actually does it to the whole squad though. In a cut scene. I don't think it was in the original movie, but if you watch the extended one, there's a scene where they're walking down the street and Harley Quinn starts breaking down everybody. And it's a cool scene.
Yeah, I like that scene.
But I don't remember. I think it got cut from the theatrical version.
Because I watched it a little bit today before I came, and I'm like, I never seen that. But she was breaking down a Japanese girl, like, yeah, young girl, like in your mid-20s, only child, and she was just breaking her down. Like, I'm like, wow, like, you could see she's crazy, but she still have a lot of that information that she was when she was a doctor.
And the comics played with that just as much as this movie did as well, which was a nice touch to have that there. So they we have most of the Suicide Squad team. We lost KG Beast in the beginning. Then they get into Arkham. They all break in, and I think
King Shark was next.
The next one to die is King Shark, because when they find Riddler, this is where the twists start coming in, because Amanda Waller actually got Killer Frost to go assassinate Riddler, while everybody else thought they just needed to get Riddler's staff that had information, which didn't have anything. It was just a play.
Right.
So, but Riddler spins it. Hey, you know why she wants me dead? I know how to detach the bombs in your neck. Because the Suicide Squad is all about, they have these bombs in their neck, and if they ever get out of line, Amanda Waller, can blow them up. So, and this is where this Suicide Squad movie shines. Because this is them being villains, too.
Wait, Suicide Squad movie? Or
the Batman Assault on Arkham. Okay. This animated movie. This is where this movie shines. Okay. Because this is villains being villains. They're never very heroic in this movie, in the way of like saving people. No, they're killing police officers and they're getting out, trying to get the bombs deactivated on their neck so they can run free.
Yeah,
that's what that's what these villains are. They don't come together for a heroic moment at the end. I mean, I think in the comics sometimes you get a little bit of that from like Deadshot, and then Harley Quinn has moments where she shines.
Back to what they normally do is being a villain.
Yes, in this movie though, it was complete like villainy. Like everything they were doing was they were here to assassinate another villain.
I even hate to do it. Even Harley Quinn reminded us in the Suicide Squad movie when she smashes that window and takes the jewelry. And they look at her, and she goes, "What? We're villains."
And they had a scene like that in the animated movie. This animated movie here that we're doing had that too, where they had a scene where she walked in, she breaks through a window and jumps into this little
toy store. And when she fights Batman.
And she fights Batman, but she does that to infiltrate the Arkham. She gets arrested to infiltrate Arkham, while like Black Spider gets in a different way, and Captain Boomerang gets in pretending that Killer Frost is dead. And then they go open the grate for King Shark, who swims up there. So they all get in different ways, and they do work together as a team to some degree. But it's definitely by force. And it's definitely because they know they got to finish this goal or Amanda Waller's going to kill him. So when they finally get Riddler, find out, oh, we're supposed to, you're supposed to die just because you know how to deactivate the bombs? Nah, deactivate my bombs. We're not going to kill you. Like, help us get out of here. We don't want to do this for Amanda Waller. So, and that's pretty cool. I like that they did that. And then, but Batman jumps in because at this point, Batman's discovered something's going on at Arkham. It's not right. And he's been looking for Joker's dirty bomb the whole time. So he goes to Arkham. He thinks something over there is probably where that bomb is or what's going on. So Batman comes in and you get a fight scene with Batman taking on the whole Suicide Squad, which is great. And it's a great fight scene. A lot of the fight scenes and stuff in this animated movie are great. Like, this movie is...
Especially when Batman takes on the entire Black Ops in the beginning of it.
Yeah, he does.
That reminds me a lot of the game, though. The way how he fights the Black Ops in the beginning.
Yeah.
He fights a lot like that in the game.
Well, yeah, and in this movie, this animated movie is based off the game. So it's clear that that's how they're going to make that
thinking
fight.
that Batman and Harley Quinn fight. I'm like, man, whoever's playing as Batman is
getting his ass.
Oh shit!
He didn't take it serious though in the movie though. He just was toying around with it. But yeah, I was saying the same thing. Like, Harley Quinn got hands like that?
No, because like they show him at one scene where Harley Quinn's swinging the hammer around and he just stands there and he just like pushes her to the side and she falls.
Funniest thing ever.
Yeah. But so he dispatches everybody, and then Batman does the Batman thing. He goes in disguise. He beats the shit out of Black Spider, but makes it look like Black Spider beat him.
Right.
And then so Black Spider is actually Batman running with the squad. So when they go get their bombs deactivated, Black Spider's like, oh, I'll stand back here and I'm gonna be a lookout while I get this done. And so they get that.
Not worried about him at all.
Yep. And while they're getting it done, Amanda Waller finally catches wind that something weird's going on. So she activates the bombs. This is where 2 more Suicide Squad members die, because the Killer Shark, his skin is too thick.
King Shark.
Yeah, King Shark. His skin is too thick, and the electricity don't go through, so his bomb blows his head up. And then
Black Spider.
The Joker pops up.
Yeah.
Onto Batman, which is actually Black Snake.
Yeah, and I think
Snake? Spider, right?
Yeah, it's Black Spider. His name is Spider. It's the Spider.
You say Black Snake.
Yeah.
I'm about to say. It's like a black penis.
Yeah.
My bad. He sounded cooler as Black Snake. I didn't say Trouser Snake.
Black Mamba.
Let me see.
No,
I thought I had the scene, but I think they have that scene there where Joker's like best gun ever. That's my favorite scene in the movie, because he goes to shoot Batman and then Batman's head explodes because it's really Black Spider, and Joker's just looking at his gun like, damn. So, and then that's when, but it's weird because it's not the head that explodes; it's the neck, because he picks up Black Spider's head. And he hears them getting
the chip.
Yeah, because they're...
Oh, I love electroshock. It's a shiatsu massage for your brain.
They're getting shocked, and Joker hears it, and he's like, it sounds like somebody's flossing their brains.
You can just tell how crazy him and Harley Quinn are.
Yeah.
They both kind of just make the same connection with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have what he actually says when he picks up Black Spider's name?
Oh, I don't have that one, but he's like, oh, Denzel.
Yeah. I never got that. What does Denzel mean?
Denzel Washington? Oh, he kind of looked like Denzel.
Oh,
I don't want to be the one to say it.
Yeah, that's what he was referencing. I think he had the goatee thing going on. So I guess the Joker, he's the pastiest white motherfucker out there. So that ends up getting them into where we get to the end of the climax of the movie, basically. So Joker gets Harley, and that splits up the group. Then he also, I think Joker lets everybody loose in Arkham Asylum. So
that
then it just
prison riot.
Yeah, that
holy shit.
Two-Face comes out,
Bane.
Poison Ivy, Bane, everybody comes out, and it's just a free-for-all with the Gotham City Police. Batman's in the mix in there with the Suicide Squad fighting their way out. Great scene.
Honestly, the only thing I didn't like about the scene, which don't want to be an asshole about it, is just Bane from the Arkham series. I didn't care for him.
Yeah, well, you know what? Almost every animated showing or movie of Bane, except for The Dark Knight Rises, shows Bane in this simple light. Like, it's always, oh, Bane's here. Let me just jump behind him, pull the Venom hoses out, and he's done.
Always been pretty simple.
And also, he's this little skinny, frail dude, and Bane actually isn't that in the books. He's actually like a big, swole dude already.
Yeah, he's just a hitman.
Because he grew up in a prison, fighting his whole life out of there.
So, Max, shit is, did the Nolan movie really make Bane more, did it make him more complex? Like, make him more like he's this muscle guy? He don't rely on...
No, the comics have made him more complex.
So, it came out before the movie?
Yeah, because the original... One of the biggest stories for Bane is Nightfall. And that's where Nolan got some of his inspiration from for Dark Knight Rises.
So
Not completely.
So no Venom, right?
So no. Okay.
Yeah,
so they show, well, he uses Venom, but they show him before he's suited up and pumped up, and he's big.
still big.
He's still swollen.
With the Venom, he's like 10 times bigger.
Yes. And then even in the new book, the Rebirth series, which brings in the old elements of the Batman stuff, not just Batman, but of the DC universe, as well as the New 52 stuff. It's all kind of mixed together now. In the Rebirth, Tom King has been writing Bane. And I just read the I Am Suicide, and Bane in there he's off Venom. So that's what they say. Like he's done Venom. He's at his prison, and he's like big as fuck. Like he's still swole, no Venom, right? He's been weaning himself off because he's naturally like already a big dude. Okay. The Venom just pumps him up even more. It's just like it's like somebody who's hitting the gym all the time and they're addicted to like steroids or testosterone.
So they changed him from the old comics from being this skinny guy who just gets jacked.
That was something I think the first time that was put in was Joel Schumacher, because that's what he did. And in Batman and Robin, where we got the ice punch,
where he hits the button on his chest and he becomes.
But he was a little guy, because that's what they show when they get this little dude on the table. He's a little guy.
They also did that in the Batman cartoon.
Yeah,
where he's kind of like a little. Yeah. He's like a little like black costume.
Did they
character.
do that?
Yeah, he's like a little black costume character.
They did do that.
And then when he hits the Venom, he turns into a big red character.
Oh, but that's not from the animated series.
It's not. It's from the Batman cartoon.
Oh, the Batman.
But
that still came out after Joel Schumacher.
Oh, that was way after Joel Schumacher.
So that's what I'm saying. The first time we've seen it was that.
Right.
Because in the animated series, actually Bane comes to town. And
still big.
He's big before he's pumping himself up with Venom.
It's that when he turns the dial and it pumps to his veins, he's bigger and you see more veins. You see like green veins.
And then like they even show in the Batman animated series, Batman trying to punch Bane, and he like can't even hurt him because he's pumped up with Venom. But before, he was still big. So the video game and in this movie, they show Bane as this little scrawny guy who then pumps up, and he's like 10 times. He's like throwing cars around and shit. And I don't think Bane's even like that even in the comics. I don't think he throws cars around. He's not that big.
No, he's not.
Because he's throwing cars around like he should be able to have a one-on-one match with Superman. And Bane has never been that strong.
He wasn't doing that in Nightfall.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. There's 4 Suicide Squad members that die. I think. They don't really say Killer Frost dies. But in that scene with the riot out, Killer Frost jumps into the police car that Bane picks up and throws against the wall, and it blows up as Deadshot is running away from it. Killer Frost was in the car. So...
And you don't see her.
She's probably dead. So this movie, and they could kill her too. That's the interesting thing about this movie. It takes place in the video game world. So they could be a little more liberal about who they kill because these aren't comic book anything. So, but yeah, so technically 4 Suicide Squad members die in this movie,
and you're not going to see them in the video games.
Yeah, no. So 4 members die in this animated movie, and then and it ends with Captain Boomerang getting stuck in Arkham as Deadshot flies off, and he ends up running into Harley Quinn and Joker, and they all fight each other. Captain Boomerang's left there, and then who's left? Killer Frost looks like she died. King Shark died. Black Spider died. KGB's died.
I still think it's funny to where when she's controlling the helicopter, Batman pops up, saves her, and I'm like, wait, what about the other 2?
Yeah.
And then the helicopter just crashes with Deadshot and the Joker.
Yeah. But, so it's interesting that this movie does not end up with them all together like, we're a team now, and we're going back to jail. That's how the Suicide Squad.
Heathen song.
Yeah.
so Batman saves Harley, but not Joker and Deadshot.
Who are fighting.
They jump them. They jump out on their own, and then they fight.
It crashes into the building, but it doesn't explode. But just think about it. Batman saves her, and then the helicopter is going into the building. You're thinking, wow, what about them?
Yeah. But you know what, though? It makes sense, though, because of Harley Quinn, out of those 3, or the one that she's the only one that maybe can be saved to be almost.
Yeah, she can maybe come back to a normal.
Deadshot's an assassin, and he's Joker. So, I mean, see, he might look at her more as being a victim of Joker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I would kind of agree with that statement, too. So that kind of makes sense. And
because he's already done it before.
Yeah. So, and it ends off with a fight scene between everybody. And it's actually interesting. It doesn't end with the Batman-Joker fight scene. It's a Batman-Deadshot fight scene, the way this movie ends.
Makes sense, though.
Yeah, it does. It does make sense. And I like that they did that. Because Batman actually finishes off with Harley Quinn, and then he defuses the bomb. Joker and Deadshot fight each other. And then Joker ends up falling off into the helicopter, and it blows up. But, of course, they couldn't find Joker's body, and he didn't die. He's in the other he doesn't die until Arkham City. Spoiler: in Arkham City, he dies.
And that's funny because it happened in the movie too with the helicopter.
Yeah, it did. And then, but you see, in the Suicide Squad movie, he was supposed to come back with half his face burned off, and the Suicide Squad was supposed to fight him at the end. That's kind of how it was supposed to end. Well, no, I'm sorry. They don't fight him at the end. But I think he comes at the end and throws a grenade and like blows it. Like he's kind of like this. He was more of a wild card that jumped in and out of the movie more often. That kind of fucked with the Suicide Squad. But for some reason they cut all that out.
Yeah, because it's like he crashes in a helicopter, and then later on when Harley Quinn is in back of her cell, he pops back up and breaks her out.
Yeah. So. Which that shouldn't have happened. I don't think that should have happened.
Oh yeah, in a movie, right.
Yeah, in the live action movie, that's the way it ended. In this movie, they don't really show. You assume they're back in prison. That's it. And Joker's loose because they couldn't find his body. So Joker's apparently loose. You can assume everybody else is in prison, and hell, half the team fucking died.
And best part, no 21 Pilots shitty song.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm sorry. I do not care for that song.
21 Savage, what?
No, 21 Pilots. They're the one to do the Heathens. The Heathen song? I know you heard that one.
I don't know.
No. Well, if you watch a Suicide Squad movie, yeah. But, so... I think that about covers that whole movie. And then I know we kind of tried, I hope I didn't confuse too many people, but I thought it was good to try and compare it to the actual Suicide Squad movie and kind of show the differences between the two and why this movie should have been a format on how to do the live action Suicide Squad movie. It should not. And in fact, if they're trying to focus on Batman in these DC movies, which it sounds like they kind of are, it would have been great if it was a movie where the Suicide Squad had to break into Arkham Asylum. And you get to see some of the other villains and maybe how they look and maybe get a little bit of what's going on. Like, you would be able to get a look at Batman, at the things he did, without having to show Batman. You just show his villains. and show the Suicide Squad doing a mission in Arkham Asylum.
Right.
That would have been perfect.
And the movie wouldn't have to be all over the place, like over here in the sewers. It has to be over here in this building. It has to be over here. It could be Arkham.
Yep,
right here.
That would have been great. That would have worked. But they don't pay me the big bucks. I don't write the movies, so whatever. Instead, those guys give us stuff like this.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
Arnold thought it was good. But hey, what I also did like about this movie was the certain Easter eggs and homages they were paying towards like the other Batman films and other things that we've watched before. And one thing I did point out and tell you about was I don't know if you noticed this, Jerome, the scene where Harley Quinn goes into Joker's box of stuff and she's throwing all the stuff out, and then for a quick 2 seconds you see the mask that Heath Ledger Joker wore in the 2008 Dark Knight movie. For 2 seconds.
The mask?
The mask. Remember in the beginning scene, the robbers wearing the mask? Yeah, so Harley Quinn's going through her stuff. I think everything was from that too. Like there was a thing where, this is the Batman suit Joker used to wear. I think that's actually from a comic or something like that. Yeah, and then they show the mask that she throws off to the side, and those are the Dark Knight masks.
He's talking about the animated series.
Yeah, in the animated movie, she's throwing a bunch of stuff out where she's trying to find a hammer. One of the things she throws to the side is the mask that they wore in the Joker heist in the beginning of the Dark Knight movie. So they were just giving like a nod to those here. Like that was just a little thing to do. But that was kind of cool. Any last thoughts on this movie? Anybody want to say before we get into rating it?
Much better than that shitty Suicide Squad movie.
Yep.
The same thing. I mean, I love the movie. It couldn't be any better.
I think I liked King Shark. We didn't talk about him too much because he doesn't really have that big of a role. But I I don't know why they didn't do this for him maybe in the Flash movie. I mean, the Flash TV show. Or if King Shark ever pops up in the movies, they should do him like that. Where he's not an actual shark. He's a human. He reminds me of Jaws from the James Bond series.
Yeah, he didn't look like a street shark.
No, he was just a big dude with like metal, like jaw, like teeth. Like that he had where he was just a big dude. Like in James Bond, they had something similar where Jaws was this big guy with metal teeth.
Do you think that it would have been better? I know we keep bringing up this movie, but do you think it would have been better if they would have had King Shark instead of Killer Croc?
No. I think Killer Croc was cool. I was okay with that. I mean...
Because Killer Croc is more of a Batman villain than King Shark is.
Yeah, that's true. But the Suicide Squad doesn't necessarily have to be Batman villains. But Killer Croc being in the Suicide Squad kind of makes sense in the first place. And I think it was kind of cool. It's just different.
And another thing, too, is Killer Croc haven't got that much shine in a while.
Yeah. So
other than the games... The Arkham Asylum games, he's in it.
I mean, he got a lot of shine in the animated series.
I think it was easier to do a Killer Croc than it would be to do a King Shark.
Because he's doing them already in the show.
King Shark has to be animated, though, I think. Like an animation. If you're going to do like a human shark, I don't know how that would look if you were to do that the way that they did Killer Croc. Because Killer Croc had these type of like masks and stuff mixed with CGI. I don't know if that would work the same, but I mean, like they could do it that way. Where it's a human guy with metal teeth.
But still, like in the Flash TV show, they're doing King Shark. So,
but I mean, in the Flash, they're doing the Flash, and he's in the Justice League, and he's a completely different person.
I guess they're trying to
so
give
they did the Suicide Squad, and they did
character.
Deadshot in the Suicide Squad movie. They did Deadshot in Arrow. So I mean, there are same characters.
True, but I mean, I guess they took this opportunity to use another monster.
Yeah, and I'm not opposed. I think that's fine. Like they're basically the same character, actually.
Yeah,
I mean, they're almost.
Creatures.
I mean, there's different personalities probably to them, but they're both like water creatures that are like oversized, super strong, and they eat people. So I mean. Yeah, I don't care. I mean, rating this movie is definitely... This is a movie where we gained a life. So I'm gaining a life. I'm saying that. So, Jerome, if you might be a little familiar how this works. You either rate the movie between 1 to 5 lives lost, or if the movie's good, then I gained a life watching this movie. And that's kind of our rating scale with it. So what would you rate?
So I gained the life.
No,
Yeah.
You don't have to gain a life, but you choose to. Instead of we lose lives on this show.
Most video game movies are bad. And so it's basically losing lives.
1 out of 5. What do I give it?
But we feel this movie is good. So instead of you can actually say, hey, I didn't lose any lives. I'm good. Or you just think it's so good, you can gain a life.
Yes.
As many as you like. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I'm typically saying I just gain 1 life. Typically, it's always losing lives. And we use it as a type of rating scale, but don't think 1 to 5. That's just if it's bad. If it's good, if you liked it, you gain a life.
Hey, I'll give you an example. I'll go next. I actually gained 2 lives.
Okay.
Damn.
1, because it wasn't PG-13.
Yeah.
Right.
2, it didn't have that shitty Heathen song.
Yeah. There was actually not just this animated movie was a violent movie, but on top of that too, there was actually a lot of there wasn't nudity, but a lot of like Killer Frost and Harley Quinn taking their shirts off or like being half naked or almost naked.
Well, I saw that ass crack ball. I saw that ass crack ball.
Yeah. But there was a lot of that too, with a lot of violence.
Right.
That's a Suicide Squad.
Even don't even want to bring it up when King Shark stands up out of the blood. He's completely naked when he attacks.
Oh yeah, if this was a live action recreating that animated scene, you'd have seen Dick. When he jumped down like that, that would have been a Dick shot.
If it was live action, and since it's PG-13, you probably would have been wearing like a banana hammock.
That would be amazing to see King Shark in a banana hammock
singing that shitty fucking Heathen song.
Cock out.
Jesus Christ. But he's not Dr. Manhattan here. Okay.
Right.
So I think, all right, so Jerome, you say you gained some lives?
Yeah, I gained a life.
I think it was good. Overall positive. It was a good movie. I think the next one Kevin's going to be doing with us, and we're doing the Spy Hunter movie based off the Spy Hunter game.
He did pick that, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, look at, did you see Eric's pick? There's a lot of half-naked Japanese women, so I guess that's to be positive for you, but it's some weird name. I don't know. It's based off a game. I don't even know the game.
Yeah, we're all picking shit that we've
Jerome wants to watch that movie. He's like, "What are you going to watch the half-naked Japanese women?"
When Blockbuster was still around, they had anime porn.
Hentai. It's not anime porn.
Hentai?
It's not. Hentai.
That's what it was. I couldn't pronounce it. I used to go there like, y'all got that shit?
Jerome, let's talk after this part. Right, cool. I'm sure we can both educate each other. Right, cool. Yes, because I know I've seen a couple. La Blue Girl.
That's the fucking. That's the fucking name with the demons and shit. Yeah, I seen that shit. I said, Dad, I need to go to Blockbuster or some movie.
Jerome, did we just become best friends?
He said, this Pokemon? I said, yeah. Pokemon. This dude rent me movies every weekend, not knowing what it was.
Tell him when you get to 10 minutes and 53 seconds, you'll know which Pokemon she catches.
Wait, what time you said? 10 minutes?
It's probably gonna be one of those.
No.
There's like 12 volumes of that shit.
Yeah, I know. I watched the whole season.
So did I.
That's some throwback shit, boy.
That's the first hentai I've ever seen.
Wow. All right, everyone, chill.
I gotta Google that shit though.
You know, for Eric, we should just watch La Blue Girl.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I ain't gotta go to the show. I'll call in.
Tell Eric this is based on a video game.
Yeah, that shit was good. I ain't gonna lie.
It's just like, man, there ain't no video games. Like, yeah,
I have Google.
It is. I was in my room playing it.
Right, you know what I'm
saying?
Look, hey, first of all,
on the TV.
If it's a DVD, you gotta put it in the Xbox or PlayStation. So it's a game, right?
Technically.
Fuck.
It'll tell me at first, cannot read this, and I'll say bullshit.
Read this motherfucking disc. You supposed to be powerful.
And my Xbox say, "Oh shit, this is the Blue Girl." I'm like,
well, for our new podcast now that went off the rails, we'll probably talk more about this in Who's Next because that's where it's appropriate. But thanks, Jerome, for joining us. I think that wraps up what we were doing on this movie. You can hear Jerome again on our Who's Next podcast episode that'll come a week after this one. So thank you guys for listening.
All right, everyone, chill.
And I'm going to finish this off with the 4-minute puns.
The Iceman cometh. I'm afraid that my condition has left me cold to your pleas of mercy. In this universe, there's only one absolute. Everything freezes. You are not sending me to the cooler. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age! Can you feel it coming? The icy cold of space. Ah, after you're frozen, your icy tomb will plummet back to Gotham. Breathe well. Stay cool, bird boy. Can you be cold, Batman? You have 11 minutes to thaw the bird.
Breezy. I'm feeling hot.
I find that unlikely.
What do you say we heat things up?
My passion thaws for my bride alone.
Ooh. Talk about your cold shoulder.
Frosty! Unless the city bows to my demands, it's winter fever here in Gotham. I hate when people talk during the movie. All right, everyone, chill. Chill. Pheromone dust, designed to heat a man's blood. It doesn't work on a cold-hearted. Now, if you please. Cool party.
Commissioner, you have 11 minutes to thaw these people.
It's a cold town.
His name is Bane.
A laundry service that delivers. Wow. Always winterize your pipes. Their bones will turn to ice. Their blood will freeze in my hands. Yes, if I must suffer, humanity will suffer with me. I shall repay them for sentencing me to a life without the warmth of human comfort. I will blanket the city in endless winter. I will turn Gotham into an icy graveyard. Then I will pull Batman's heart from his body and feel it freeze in my hands. Revenge! Night! Hell breathes over. Let's kick some ice.
Hey, Freeze. The heat is on.
Bombs away, Batman. Freeze in hell, Batman! And I've come to make your life a living hell. Prepare for a bitter harvest. Winter